The voice of Indiana County, WCCS AM 1160 and 101.1 FM. It's Indiana in the Morning. We're brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank. And we are joined in the studio this morning by a representative of the Indiana Borough Police Department. So I will have him introduce himself to our listeners. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Sergeant Eric Slavinsky with Indiana Borough Police.
Now, lots taking place this time of the year here in Indiana Borough. Of course, we've been talking all week on what a big day Saturday will be because that's the annual homecoming activities. And I guess those really begin on Friday for the Borough Police Department getting ready, right?
Well, actually, they start Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, so it comes a little sooner than you expect.
Okay.
Although Thursday is not really that busy of a day. That's when we, as a police department, get everything going and start prepping for the weekend.
Now, what special things will the Indiana Borough Police Department be doing this weekend for homecoming?
It's going to be basically just like we have last year and in the past. We have state police with their mounted units coming in. At night, they'll be patrolling, assisting us as well. We'll have state police assisting us with their cars and troopers as well. IUP, Sheriff's Department will be assisting. And we'll have the liquor enforcement officers out as well. Now,
those groups will be in town Friday? Or
yes.
They come in Thursday as well?
Some will be in Thursday, but the majority will be Friday and Saturday.
Okay. Do you find that in the last several years, things have been pretty quiet during homecoming weekend?
Yeah, and let me find some wood to knock on there. Yes, and I think our approach that we've been doing the past couple of years have been helping benefit, our community and keeping things safe for everybody and effective for the community as well.
Saturday morning, I know there's a lot that you folks have to take care of because you have to get the streets physically ready for the annual IEP homecoming parade, which usually brings in the largest crowd of the year.
That's true. The parade starts at 10 o'clock, and it'll start forming up probably close to 7:30, and it'll be staging area will be from 11th Street to 13th Street on Philadelphia. So traffic's going to be detoured first thing in the morning. So plan the morning commute accordingly and try to get in early for parking. And
what always happens on that morning is people get up, they go somewhere, and they find, oh, there's a no parking sign here. I can't park here. So when does your staff start to post those no parking signs?
It'll probably be Friday evening. Okay. We anticipate, and hopefully with the help from the community and everybody surrounding, that they'll pay attention to the parking, because ultimately, if we have vehicles that aren't moved by close to the start time, we start towing, and nobody wants their vehicle towed. So it saves us a lot of trouble if you just don't park there to begin with.
That's right. Yeah, it makes it a lot easier for everybody involved. What type of responsibilities Borough Police have during the actual parade? What are you guys doing at that
during
time?
a parade? We're watching the crowds, making sure everybody's peaceful, enjoying themselves, not getting out in the parade route. We'll have officers at each intersection for to stop traffic and make sure no traffic gets through there. Me personally, I'm going to be on the bicycle as usual. I'll be riding the parade route throughout, so if you see me, wave, tell me hello.
Now, is it any problems with the traffic coming into town that come up to the barriers and they can't continue on Philadelphia Street because of the activity? Does that cause problems, or does that flow pretty well?
For the most part, it flows pretty well because that's the way it's been for the past couple of years, and I think the word's got around pretty good. But when they come up to 13th Street, it'll be detoured north and south on 13th to detour Philadelphia Street.
Right. Now, I will ask you this question because I always get asked this question during any parade in Indiana. Are you allowed to throw candy?
That's a touchy subject. Yeah. There's been discussion in the past. I know, like for the holiday parade, they've tried to shy away from it. I don't think it's encouraged, but it's not outlawed, I guess you could say. I know the kids like it, and I've always enjoyed it as a kid growing up. That's the whole reason you come to the parade, to get candy. But it does create a safety issue, if you're looking at it from our perspective. And it's something that, growing up or, as a parent, you don't really think about. We got to make sure that, kids don't go out in the middle of the parade. And, you never know if the horses or
right.
something gets out of control, So we try to, keep everybody off the parade. And if you do throw candy, make sure you throw it far enough to the sides that kids aren't coming out to get it.
Yeah, try to aim for the other side of the sidewalk.
Yeah, there you go. Take them away from the
right, or even bounce it off a few buildings.
There you go. There you go.
That'll keep them like that. And I guess the word that we just want to put out to the parents and those who will be at the parade with the younger kids is keep an eye out and watch out for safety.
That's correct. That's our biggest goal, and we've been focusing on peace, comfort, and safety this year, and we're going to continue to focus on that through our events as well, homecoming, and any future events coming up.
Now, we're into the month of October, so we've had kids going back to school for the past couple of weeks now. Of course, every morning it gets a little darker during those bus runs. Have there been any problems so far?
So far, no. It's been pretty smooth, but that is a good topic to bring up because although the weather's still pretty decent, it is getting darker earlier, and anybody out on bicycles or on foot may want to carry a flashlight with you just in case you get caught out in the dark, or make sure you got reflective gear on because motorists aren't going to see you with dark clothing on.
Right. Now, does the Borough Police Department still get the opportunity to go around to our elementary schools and put on programs for the students?
Yes. Yeah, we do that as much as we can, and we make it a priority to get into the schools and walk around and talk to the teachers, talk to the kids every day throughout every shift.
Of course, we were expecting to hear from the chief this morning, Justin Shaw. He's unable to be with us. But what's it been like working for him? Because I'm trying to think when he became chief. Wasn't that long ago.
No, it was the beginning of the year.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly what day he took over. It was, I want to say possibly February.
Okay.
I've been working personally under Chief Shaw for a numerous amount of years. And I think it is a good step with our department, a good step into the future of policing for Indiana. He's very proactive, very community-oriented. And like I said, we're focusing on peace, comfort, and safety is our main mission mission statement now. So kind of turn the tide a little bit, changing our focus, changing our approach, to doing the job.
Right. I think a lot of residents just take it for granted, that there's always going to be police out there if they're needed, but you guys have to put schedules 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
That's correct. And sometimes with vacations and stuff during the summer, we get short on manpower, and we got guys working double shifts and changing schedule around. So it's not always working the same shift all the time.
Mm-hmm. For the typical police officer in Indiana Borough, what types of training have they had? Does everybody go through basically the same, or are there different areas?
I'd say a little combination of both. Everybody starts off, you have to go to the academy and get your basic.
And that's where? That's
at IUP
okay.
or other. We've sent guys other places as well. Basically, whenever they get hired, whatever opportunity to get into an academy as soon as possible. After that, we do our basic in-house training with firearms, tasers, defensive tactics, and then officers are encouraged to expand their training on their own. Whatever interests them, whatever they want to learn more on. We send guys out to all different kinds of trainings, anything that you can think of. From bicycle to criminal investigations to juveniles. The list is pretty much endless.
We spoke with some of our folks yesterday about how advancements in electronic devices have helped them in your jobs. What about in the police department? I would imagine that some of the new items that are out there have made things a little bit easier for you?
Yes, that's definitely true. Tasers being probably our biggest impact the past year, 2 years or so. We've been trying to get those for a while. And like I said, Chief Shaw's big on technology advancement for our department. So we just have to figure out how to get the funds and get the grants rolling so we can start making our advancements.
Is it easier to communicate with the office at the Borough building and then those men who are out on the street with the technology that we have today?
Oh yeah, definitely. We with cell phones, everybody's got a cell phone, and like I said, in emergency situations, if something big's going on and the radio we have is tied up, or we can always call and communicate via cell phone on top of the radio. So,
how about the use of GPS? Does your department ever get involved with anything where we have to maybe try to locate an area or look for a specific person?
We have basically we use if we have to, we use the cell phone companies to assist. We don't have anything personally as a department for GPS location. Okay. We have to touch base with like Verizon or Sprint or one of the outside companies.
Okay, is there a police drone yet?
Not yet, but but the emergency management system does have one. And actually last year at Homecoming and St. Patty's weekend, they brought it out and we started doing preliminary tests with it, and that might be something that might be in a development for this weekend.
So you might have to sign up for drone training.
Maybe
one of these days, right?
Maybe they'll get me my own.
One of the things that makes, I think, Indiana County such a great place to live is the cooperation that there is between all of the emergency and police departments in the area, where you guys, if there's a big problem, can all get together and work as one unit, right?
Yes, that's correct, and it is very comforting to know that we have backup or assistance readily available if we need to within a call.
Now, is the number of policemen here in Indiana Borough where you would like to see it, or would you like to see a few more?
I'd always like to see a few more. We have got 2 recently, and they're just getting out on their own here. But you can always have more. It's like I said, we have the vacations and stuff come in. We're still get down to short manpower, and we're working different shifts and working double shifts and that kind of thing. So,
with the training that's offered here at IEP, you just go down the street, and the IEP Police Academy is a couple of doors down. Do you find that both young men and women are interested in becoming a policeman these days?
It's hit or miss. With the way the country's views police officers, it makes it hard. There's a lot of people that shy away from the profession because of that. Our hazards are different than the normal. It's ever changing, and we just have to try to adapt and roll with it and try to overcome that.
I think it takes a special type of person, and we want to thank you and the entire Indiana Borough Police Department for the work that you do. And we'll be seeing you out this weekend, and maybe say hello as you ride your bicycle past us in the parade.
Well, we definitely thank you guys, and we definitely thank the community for their support. We can't do it by ourselves, and it takes a group effort, and hopefully everybody works together, and we have a safe weekend coming up.